Hey, this is Rich McDonald, and I play Commander David Mason on Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And you're listening to Everything Geek Podcast.
Hello, I'm Simon Fisherbecker. You probably know me better as Dorian Moldovar from Doctor Who, or the Fat Friar from Harry Potter. And this is Everything Geek Podcast.
Your attention, masters, mistresses. All systems functional for the Everything Geek Podcast.
Hey, it's James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Master Plo Koon in Star Wars The Clone Wars, and you're listening to Everything Geek, the podcast.
Face it, Tiger. You just hit the jackpot with the Everything Geek Podcast.
Hello everyone, you're listening to the Everything Geek Podcast. I'm your host Rory, and joining me are co-hosts Laurent and Al. And also joining us today is a very special guest. We have actress Chloe Bennet, who is best known for playing Skye/Daisy Johnson in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hayley in Nashville. So how are you today, Chloe? We're very well, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the podcast. Getting right into the questions, Chloe, my first question for you is, how did you decide you wanted to become an actress?
I don't know if it was necessarily a conscious decision, but I ever since I was just a kid, I have 6 brothers, so they were all very good at sports, and I was very not good at sports. And I just kind of turned to the arts at a really young age, and I started doing theater when I was in first grade. So I kind of always, it wasn't even just something I even thought I wasn't going to do. I just kind of always really, I just always was going to be an actress.
Very interesting. Thanks for that. My second question is, how were you initially cast as Skye in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Because my Skye was supposed to be a little bit older, and I'm pretty sure I lied about my age to get the part, because I was only 20 years old when I got cast, and Skye was supposed to be about 27 or so. And I went in for Sims. I actually went in 6 times for the audition, so I really fought for the role. I really connected with her right away, and I felt like I could, play her. I had a really fun idea of how I was going to play her. It took 2 months and 6 auditions to get the part.
Wow, that's a lot. My third question is, when did you discover that Skye was really Daisy Johnson from the comics? Yeah. Was it only when you were filming that particular episode?
I kind of knew, after the first season, there were whispers that my character was going to be someone from the comic books, and like already a character that's already been in the comics, and then it kind of, season 2 started slowly unraveling, and I was like, okay, there's something happening here. And then they all my bosses came to knock on my trailer door, and when they all knock on your door, you're either fired or something exciting is about to happen. Well, that's good. They just came in and told me right before, like 2 days before I shot that mid-season finale of breaking free after Trip died, after the mist.
Well, at least it was better than the alternative. You didn't get fired, which is really good for all of us.
It was very exciting. I was so pumped, because I think they're pretty much fired or killed off, or something really exciting is about to happen. So I was very relieved when I found out that I got to play Daisy Johnson.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be? Such an iconic character, very liked in the comics, it's pretty exciting. So moving on to my next question. It's hinted in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2 finale that Skye could become a leader figure for the Inhumans. Do you think this could make it more likely for you to appear in the upcoming Inhumans movie, and are you hoping to appear in it? Because I know you've probably been asked about it a million times, wanted to put a different spin on it based on the finale.
Yeah, I think they definitely set it up for me to kind of be the semi-leader of the, the Inhumans, and that's so exciting, and I'm so excited to see where they go with that on the show. And yeah, I mean, it's all connected, so I would love to be part of the movies. They haven't told me any information about that because they are Marvel, and if I were to be in the movies the day before, they'd be like, hey, come be in the Inhumans, and that would probably be how it went down. But yeah, I mean, let's get that started. I want to be in the Inhumans. Let's just get everyone to talk about it and be excited about it, and maybe we can make it happen.
Yeah, we'll definitely make it happen, I'm sure. I mean, I know so many people want to see it happen, so I mean, if people want something, they usually get it,
Yeah, we have the most amazing fans. I mean, you guys brought Coulson back from the dead, so surely we can get me into the Inhumans movie, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like 4 years away. That's plenty of time to get you in it. Yeah. So, moving on to my fifth question. What, if anything, did you have to change in your performance when playing Skye as an Inhuman compared to playing her as a human?
I really didn't think of it as doing anything consciously, of changing anything in the way that I played the character as different. Oh my god, this leaf blowers out. The difference between season 1 and season 2, Skye has grown so much, and I don't think it really has anything to do with her being an Inhuman and her obtaining these powers, but I think it's just more of her having to do, I think she's changed more because of meeting her family, and being the orphan that she was to learning about her family. I think that changed her more than actually physically becoming an Inhuman. I think that is what, to me, that was the biggest thing of the season, was really, getting to know Skye's parents and kind of finding out everything that we did find out about them. So I don't think that she's different because she's Inhuman. I think she's different because of the relationships that she now has with her parents. And
yeah, thank you for that. And that actually leads into my next question. Skye's story arc in season 2 revolves around finally getting to know her parents and who she herself is. Did you have your own ideas of what her parents could be like when they were introduced? If so, did the ideas you had become reality, or were her parents completely different than what you imagined?
I had my own ideas about it, but at the same time, I knew that it was a show and they needed to do what they needed to do to kind of move the show forward. And I knew it wasn't going to be a really happy reunion just based on the fact that this is TV. Period where you're like, you don't know who's good or who's bad, my mom or my dad. I either way, I was so happy with, Deechin, who plays my mom, and Kyle, who plays my dad. Kyle's so wonderful, and working with him is so easy and so just effortless, and he's such a great actor that it was just a huge opportunity for me to get to work with him, and I hope that people, were able to see how much we enjoyed working with each other based on our performances.
Definitely, I definitely could, at least. I mean, definitely great chemistry between you and Kyle as father and daughter in the show. Very interesting to watch.
Yeah.
So,
it was really fun to play.
Yeah. Moving on to my last question, Chloe, do you have any upcoming acting roles or any other projects you would like to talk about?
It's I would love to, but everything that I've basically had the opportunity to be a part of, I haven't been able to do due to the schedule of the show. So, right now it's just S.H.I.E.L.D. because, we shoot 10 months out of the year. And that basically is, the majority of the year. And then a few weeks of that break is basically dedicated to training for the season. So I wish there were more months so I could do the whole season and do more. But I think it's, I'm happy to have S.H.I.E.L.D. my focus for right now. It's a fun role. They've kept me busy for sure. This past season has been definitely a lot. And, they've given me so much growing room for Skye, and to compare the character in the pilot to who she is now. It's just completely, she's grown so much. So it's been like playing a couple of different characters in one show.
Definitely. So thank you very much, Chloe, for answering my questions. I'll let my co-host Laurent ask his now.
Yes, I've got a few questions here for you. My first one is, are there any funny behind-the-scenes moments or stories you'd like to share with us?
We have too much fun on sets. We have a lot of fun working together. Clark, Greg, and I are very, very close. And, anytime I shoot with Ian or Elizabeth, thank you, by the way, for lending them to America, because they're two of my favorite people, and I'm so glad we have them on the show. But they, let's see, we were shooting a scene. It was a scene in, I think, episode 19 or something, or 19 or 20, when we're all together. I think it was the Dirty Half Dozen. I think that's what it was called. Where Warren is reunited back on the team, and we go and rescue Lincoln at a Hydra base. And we're in a Quinjet, and we're falling and crashing. We're shooting this scene, and Clark decides to just put, like, this really loud fart machine under my chair, under my, like, Quinjet chair. So, like, throughout the whole day, people just think I'm, like, ripping ass, like, the entire time, because Clark keeps, like, triggering this fart machine. And obviously I wasn't. And that's just an example of how, when we're together, we just can't really not goof off.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you guys, from just watching the episodes on the show, you guys seem like you might be also a really close-knit family off-screen as well. So,
definitely.
My next question for you is, are there any particular actors or actresses that you'd like to work with in the future of your career? And if so, which ones?
Absolutely. I love comedy, and I'm such a comedy person, and I love, Judd Apatow. I love Leslie Mann, and I love Emily Blunt. I love a lot of random actors. But I'm pretty, we've had some amazing actors on the show. We get to work with Bill Paxton and Kyle MacLachlan and, Clark, Greg. So I'm pretty excited about who we get to work with on the show. But, I mean, there's so many actors I would love to work with, in real life. And, I mean, in real, God, I can't even think of everyone. I'm just excited. I'm excited what projects outside of the show, what roads those will take me down. But we'll see. We'll see later.
Awesome. Yeah, it makes sense. There's a lot of actors and actresses out there who I would, love to even meet. And I can imagine you would love to work with them as well. So.
Yeah, I can't even begin to think of, even Robert Downey Jr. I would love. And I don't know, like, I'd be really scared. I'd be really intimidated. But I think I would love to work in a scene with him. Anyone I would get to improv with would make things pretty exciting.
Awesome. Well, my last question for you, Chloe, is there any advice you would like to give anyone who's looking to get into the movie or acting industry? Like, is there anything you would tell them?
I would definitely say make sure it's something that you absolutely have to do, not that you want to do. Like, I don't just want to do it, I have to do it. There's nothing else I would ever want to do or could even do. Not that I couldn't do something, but I just, in my gut, I wouldn't be able to, like, live if I didn't have the opportunity to do what I was doing. Because it's absolutely nothing, it's not glamorous whatsoever. It is not fancy.